I think it would be good for you all to understand, for everyone to understand, that mankind is in a diaspora. All of mankind is wandering all over the earth. There is no difference between people. Human beings are a species. They're all the same. The colors don't make any difference. So what? They're all variations of minor genetic changes and so forth, as human beings wandered the planet and lived under various conditions over thousands of years. So they're sheerly incidental and minor. And of course, in all the places that they went, they developed various views, cultural characteristics, and so on. We were just talking about Christianity and Judaism. They're among these kinds of developments in particular areas, but mankind as a whole is dispersed. Mankind is acting as if it's not one thing, but a lot of different somethings, as if national and tribal distinctions and racial distinctions, color differences and so forth, have some kind of fundamental difference-making force about them. All of this humanity that is just one thing, according to the best analysis, even now genetic, moved out of Africa and moved to various parts of the world progressively. And now all of mankind is dispersed, all with little clumps, relatively little clumps of groupings of people attached to different languages and political systems and religious traditions, and on and on and on and on. There's no end to it. And they see all these differences between one another that are just superficial phenomena, variants on what it is to be a human being. This is the diaspora that is of ultimate significance, and that needs to come to an end. There needs to be a unification of mankind. You don't recognize your own brothers and sisters. You think you're all something different. You all look different in some respects. It's like that collective radios once said. You think about radios, old radios, they all look different, but they all do the same thing. You all do the same thing, did you notice? And by the way, you're all primates. Why do you keep insisting on making the differences that you make? Based on the historical memories and institutional configurations of separate groups of people, instead of understanding that what everybody is seeing right now is a global singleness of a particular species. And everybody is fundamentally in touch with one another, or certainly could be, and in a very productive and positive sense. Therefore, the unification or reunification of mankind is important. Everybody started out there in Africa. We know it. Everybody's carrying it around in their bodies. Genetic analysis can be done now. You can see the exact pattern of mankind's inheritance of itself. The variations are simply minor adaptations. It's literally one family. It's not being lived as such. It is profoundly important to do so for the sake of everyone's survival. no group stands in a superior righteous position relative to this matter. All stand equally in a massive migration pattern in which all of your relatives participate. You carry in your bodies the genetic indicators, the evidence of the wandering of mankind. The location of your nearest ancestors can be pinpointed to specific places on the earth based on the reading of genetic patterns. This is a capability that's only existed for the last few years. It's not a maybe. It's absolutely the case. Mankind is a unity. Mankind has been in a great diaspora or world wandering. There isn't a difference between peoples. There must be the establishment of a cooperative order between human beings. And it must include everyone. What is it going to take to do that? Get together and figure it out. But that's the business. Just, drifting along and telling your tribal tales of group memories and so forth, with curious pronouns for everything. What difference does it make? Who cares? Is it really? What difference does it make? It's nonsense. It is absurd that you don't know the nature of reality and that you're persisting in this tour of mind and politics and you don't even know what so much as a single thing is. And you're still going on with this absurd mummery. As if you do know what everything is, when you don't know what anything is. Not even one thing. All your questions and all your experiences and all your expressions of mind, you see, are like samples of your genetic material. They're just signifiers of your own egoic existence, and yet they also point toward a universal existence shared by all. Now, how can you, if you are functioning intelligently, refuse that evidence and persist in maintaining views or even questions that deny fundamentals that you already know to be true, that are even so close that you could take a skin sample or a blood sample and read the history of mankind back as far as it even can go. The unity is inherent. It is known to be so.